Welcome students to GS Maths. Today I am going to start with a chapter, the straight lines, from +1 class. Now let me write the general form of a straight line. It is represented by the equation ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This you must have come across in the chapter of linear equation in two variables in standard, in which a straight line was represented by ax plus by plus c equals to 0 form. This is called general form. General form. Right? In which x and y are the variables. X and y are the variables. A, B and C are constants. That means a single straight line or a straight line in general form can be expressed in two variables, but the degree of the variable should be 1. Or it can be a single variable, just like I give you an example, 2x minus 3 equals to 0, it is a straight line. Or even x equals to 3, it is a straight line. Y equals to 0 is a straight line. X equals to 0 is a straight line. Similarly, 2x minus 3y plus 7 equals to 0 represents a straight line. This is in two variables. It's a single variable, only a single variable, but all of these represents straight line. Now, the first term which we will come across in this chapter is slope of a straight line. But before that, I would like to explain you how we find the slope, what is the inclination, and so on. Now I have this Cartesian system, that is x-axis and y-axis. This is your positive x-axis, right? The angle which we measure is always from the x-axis and is in the anti-clockwise direction, because this direction is taken as positive. Now suppose this line makes an angle theta with the positive x-axis. The angles which will be measured will always be from the positive x-axis, right? Or in this direction. If I change the direction this, then I will have a negative direction. That is, clockwise direction is taken as negative direction. Now, where theta is the inclination, and tan of the angle, tan of the inclination, tan theta, we call it as slope of line. Slope of this line, say OA. Slope of line OA is tan of theta. This theta can be 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 120 degrees, 135 degrees. Even if the line is in like this is in the second quadrant, but we will measure the angle from the positive x-axis. This is your theta. It can be 135, it can be 120, it can have any value. Theta can have any value like this. It can be here also, like this. This is the angle theta. All the angles will be measured from the positive x-axis, right? And if we take the tan of the angle, then we get the slope of the required line. Now, theta was called the inclination and tan theta is called the slope, right? Now, this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, right? If I say x equals to 0, or I say y equals to 0, this x equals to 0 represents equation of y-axis. Y equals to 0 represents equation of x-axis. Now, any point on the x-axis is x comma 0. Any point on y-axis is taken as 0 comma y, because here the ordinate is 0 on the x-axis, whether on negative side or on positive side. Here the abscissa is 0 it is 0 comma y. We will take these. Now next is, say, concept of slopes when two lines are parallel or when two lines are perpendicular. First of all, let me make you understand how we find angle between two straight lines, two intersecting. This is one straight line, this is the other straight line. So this is line 1, this is line number 2. Its slope is given as m1, its slope is given as m2, and I need to find angle between these two intersecting lines, that is theta. Now I will apply the formula. Tan of theta is m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Let it be in a mod. Now it will be a plus sign if the angle is acute. It will have a negative sign if the angle is obtuse. In the first quadrant, all the t ratios are positive, and if this angle means it's an acute angle, that means tan theta is positive. If you have an obtuse angle, then your tan theta will lie in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, tan theta is negative. That is, for obtuse angle, we will take a negative sign. For acute angle, we will take a plus sign. But this is the formula to find angle between two straight lines. Angle between two straight lines, or angle between two intersecting lines. Intersecting lines. Right? Now, if the straight lines, or if the lines are parallel, then what happens? This angle becomes 0. Theta equals to 0. Lines are parallel. There is no angle in between them. Theta is 0. The tan of 0 is 0. Tan of 0 is 0. From there, we get m1 equals to m2, which means slopes are equal. Now, if the lines are perpendicular like this, angle is how much? 90 degree. Tan of 90 degree is infinity. Or I can write 1 by 0. And from there I will get 1 plus m1 into m2 equals to 0, or m1 m2 equals to minus 1. That means the product of the slopes should be equal to minus 1, or in other words, we can say that one slope, if this is m1, this is m2, the slope of one line is negative reciprocal of the slope of the second line, or the product of the two slopes is equal to minus 1. Now I repeat, angle between two lines is given by this formula. Tan theta equals to this, plus sign if the angle is acute, negative sign if the angle is obtuse. Now if the straight lines are parallel, then there is no angle between these two lines. That means theta equals to 0. If tan theta is 0, then theta is 0. Tan of 0 is 0. Now from there I get m1 equals to m2. That means the slopes are equal. Now if the lines are perpendicular, that is theta is 90 degree. Tan of 90 degree is not defined, that is infinity. Infinity can be written as 1 by 0. It's 1 upon 0. From there I get 1 plus m1 m2 equals to 0. m1 m2 is minus 1, or m1 is negative reciprocal of m2. That means slope of one line is negative reciprocal of the slope of the other line. Hope you have understood the concept of the slope and how to find angle between two straight lines, and condition for the lines to be parallel, that is slopes are equal, and condition for the lines to be perpendicular, which means the product of the two slopes must be equal to -1, or in other words we can say that one slope is negative reciprocal of the other slope. Now suppose 2 points are given. Only 2 points are given. A point is say x1, y1. B point given as x2, comma y2. Now how to find the slope of the line which passes through 2 points A and B? It is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Here theta was not given to us, right? Only 2 points through which the straight line passed, that is A and B. X1, y1, x2, y2. Then we find the slope by using this formula, that is difference in the ordinates divided by difference in the abscissa, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is the way we find slope when 2 points are given to us. Now we will use the concept of slopes to prove that 3 points are collinear. 3 points are collinear. Now say I have A, B and C. These are 3 points lying on a straight line. I have to prove that these are collinear. I have their points x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. I have to prove that the 3 points A, B, C, they are collinear. So how I can prove? Using the concept of slope. Slope of AB must be equal to slope of BC, or it is slope of AC also. All should be equal to each other. Then we will say the points A, B and C, they are collinear, right? Now this is the condition where we can apply concept of the slope when we are to prove that the 3 points are collinear, that is they lie on a single straight line. Now next is say representation of a straight line in various forms, right? Now the very first form, first of all let me give you what is intercepts. What are the intercepts made by the line? Made by the line. Say I have these two axes, x-axis and y-axis. Line cuts both the axes at points A and point B. This part is called, the portion which the line cuts on the x-axis is called x-intercept. X-intercept. This part which the line cuts on the y-axis is called y-intercept. Now different forms in which the straight lines can be written. Different forms. The first form is, we call it as slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. Slope intercept form means, say I have a line like this which cuts the y-axis at A. This is your y-axis, and this angle is theta. This is the angle theta, right? Here it is x-axis. Now this portion cut on the y-axis is represented by C. This is called the y-intercept, as told to you. This is called the y-intercept, right? This is angle theta. From here we can find the slope. Slope is normally written with the alphabet m, that is equal to tan of theta. We get this? So slope intercept form is y equals to mx plus c. This is called slope intercept form, where m is the slope of the line, this line which cuts the y-axis at C at point A. This is equal to C, that is y-intercept. C is the y-intercept. This C can be positive, this C can be negative. The line can be obviously like this also, like this also. This is your y-intercept. It is negative in magnitude, right? Now this angle I will take this as theta. In the same way I will calculate m, that is tan of theta. Here I will write y equals to mx minus c. Why? Because my y-intercept was negative. This is your y dash. This is my y dash. This is my positive y-axis. This is my origin, right? So I can write the slope intercept form, or I can represent a straight line in this form, slope intercept form. If m is there or theta is there, from there I will find the slope, that is tan theta, and the portion which the line cuts on the y-axis is called the y-intercept, written by the alphabet C. So y equals to mx plus c, or it can be y equals to mx minus c, depending upon the value of c, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. Now this was the first form. Now the second form is, we call it as intercept form of a line. Intercept form of line. Second, intercept form. Intercept form is this. This is x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is your line which cuts off intercept A on the x-axis. So this point becomes A comma 0. This is my point B. Let this is your small b, that is the intercept made by the line on the y-axis. So equation of this line is x over A, y over b equals to 1. This is called intercept form, where A and B are the intercepts made by this line on x and y-axis. Now I have discussed the first form, that is slope intercept form, equals to y equals to mx plus c, or y equals to mx minus c. Second form is intercept form. It is this intercept made by the line on the x-axis. B is the intercept made by the line on the y-axis. This equation can be written as x over a plus y over b equals to 1, and this b point is 0 comma b, obviously, right? How we derive this, how we write this equation, it will be discussed when we learn to form the equation of a straight line passing through one point, equation of a straight line passing through 2 points, and so on. These are the 2 points A and B through which the line passes, but that will be discussed later on. Till now, revise the topics which I have covered, that is the basic theta. Theta is the inclination. If I want to find the slope of a line, that is m equals to tan theta is the slope of the line. If the lines are intersecting, then how to find the angle between those two lines? That was given to you, tan theta equals to m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. The sign is positive if the angle is acute, the sign is negative if the angle is obtuse. Then we started off different forms. First form was slope intercept form, y equals to mx plus c, or y equals to mx minus c, depending upon the intercept, whether it is positive or it's negative. Second form is intercept form, that is A is the intercept made by the line on the x-axis, B is the intercept made by the line on the y-axis, right? And the equation of this kind is x over A plus y over b equals to 1. Learn this, just go through it. In my next lecture, we will try to solve few questions based on these forms and these concepts. Till then, goodbye, have a nice time.